Hi and welcome back to Manhattan's Renters Coaching Corner. Today we're going to cover an incredible subject which is titled terminology, real estate terminology. You may or may not be familiar with lots of terminology in Manhattan. Manhattan has got its own language with regards to real estate. Many people speak different languages. We like to say that real estate has got its own language, and many times the agent or broker or on-site agent that you work with are not very familiar with understanding that you may not understand lots of the terminologies and words that they say that they feel that are very simple and straightforward, that you would actually understand what they mean. So let's cover some of them. There's many of them. Today we're just going to cover a bunch of them so you can get a basic understanding of what things mean. Let's start off with the first one. The first one is you see everywhere. It's called flex. What is a flex 2, a flex 3, a flex 4? You see that in all the ads. You see it on Craigslist, on New York Times, on websites. You see everything is being flexed. It's very simply a way to be able to describe an apartment in a certain size that can be converted, which is another terminology, convertible 2, convertible 3, flex 2, flex 3. It's pretty much the same thing. When you see that, it basically means that the apartment itself is a certain size that can either be converted to the next size or flexed to the next size. So let's use an example. For instance, if it's an alcove studio. And what is an alcove studio? Another terminology, which is very simple. Let's say it's an L-shaped studio. We all know what an L shape is. That's an L shape, okay, capital L. Okay, imagine that capital L being upside down and being like that. Okay, so the part of the L shape that can go like that, that is the portion that can be flexed into a one bedroom. So many times you would see brokers and management companies advertising an alcove studio or an L-shaped studio, okay, as a one bedroom or a junior one bedroom. And we would call that a flex junior one bedroom or a convertible one bedroom. Okay, so that is basically some of the ways to understand what a flex or convertible means. In addition to that, we also have what we call a convertible two bedroom. What is a convertible two bedroom? You may know the answer already yourself. Okay, convertible two bedroom can be very simply a one bedroom that, if you can imagine a size, and if you're familiar with feet or meters, but let's talk in feet since we're in the United States, if you have a one bedroom that has a bedroom that is, let's say, 12 feet by 14 feet, that's the rectangle size of the bedroom, and then you'd have a living room that may be 12 feet by 20 feet, okay? If you can imagine that, so if you have a rectangle that is 20 feet by 12 feet, okay, in that case, if the building allows to put up a wall or a bookshelf or something to convert those 20 feet into 10 and 10, in that case it can be considered to be a convertible 2 or a flex 2. If you can just imagine think about this, or even draw down for yourself, draw a rectangle 20 feet by 12 feet and close the rectangle with the other side, okay, and put a line exactly in the middle. In that case, if you're taking 20 feet by 12 and you divide the 20 by 2, which means you put up a wall in the middle, exactly in the middle, you would have two squares or two rooms, one 10 by 12 and another one 10 by 12, which means you can have an additional bedroom and the second part would be a living room. That is what we would call a convertible 2. Now, the difference between a convertible 2 and a real convertible 2, which we would actually call in our language a junior 4. A junior 4, which also has got its own meaning, but a junior 4 is what we would call a true convertible 2, because you remember we talked about the L-shaped studio? So imagine an L-shaped studio or a upside down L-shaped studio, but with an additional bedroom. So imagine that there's a one bedroom plus there's a living room with a dining area, which has an L-shaped living room in that case. That dining area in most cases has windows as well. Now, if you are talking about a true convertible 2, this is what we're talking about, because the upside down L shape of the living room and dining room, you can actually convert that portion into a secondary bedroom, secondary office, baby room, office, or anything like that you want to convert it into. That will be a true convertible 2, which is actually a junior 4. And in most cases, lots of junior 4s would actually be even larger than real two bedrooms. The only advantage or disadvantage is that they may have one or 1.5 bathrooms. Okay, so that's with regards to a true convertible 3. So a true convertible 2. The convertible 3, just add on another bedroom and it's the same exact story. So that's some of the terminologies regarding conversion, flexes, junior 4s, junior 1 bedrooms, junior 2 bedrooms. All these things can be confusing, but that's really what it means. Another terminology that you may come across is, what is an OP? OP, okay? OP stands for owner paid commission, which basically means that the owner is paying the broker's fee if the broker is renting the apartment to the client. In that case, the client may only have to pay partial fee or no fee at all. Okay, depends on how much the owner is paying commission. Additional terminologies and other things that we actually have in our business are very simply, you would go ahead and learn quite a few words from the agent you're working with. Either way, just make sure you ask questions. If somebody tells you a word that doesn't sound like it's English, just tell them, excuse me, Mr. Agent, I speak English. Can you please translate your real estate language to English for me? Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope that helped. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.